Your favorite podcast begins in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back, nerds and nerdettes, to my favorite podcast.
My favorite podcast.
And I'm damn sure it's your favorite podcast, too. Much Ado About Nerding. Our brother, sister, nerdcast discusses everything from evil elves to hungry Harfoots. But of course, it is I, Player One, your master of ceremonies. And as always, by my side is my sensational sidekick, that girl wonder herself, a little sister Sally.
What's up, guys?
So, Sal, what are we going to be talking about this week?
We've got another late review.
Another late review,
We're
yes.
doing Rings of Power.
The Rings of Power, yes. The most expensive
Yeah.
television show ever produced. A lot of people think it's Game of Thrones. It isn't. And I think it's not even fucking close.
No.
I think Amazon, Bezos was like, sped no expense.
No, I think when this was like still in the works and everybody was like, holy shit, they're putting out a Tolkienverse show on Amazon. Like the amounts that they were spending, because I don't remember what they are off the top of my head right now, but like holy balls.
Yeah.
And then I was like, it has to be good, right? And then you were talking to me about the Wheel of Time, and now we're here.
We are here. The Wheel of Time, yes. We're going to briefly dive into that. Burping, turping. There it is. Yeah, that was the fucking huge disappointment. I tried to like it, and then there's parts that I liked.
Mm-hmm.
I thought, but the budget, you could tell the budget was not fucking there. Because the only time you ever saw a big battle was the first episode and then the last episode.
Yeah. This
But
is
also
true.
fucking, I'm gonna go and say Moraine and Obi-Wan Kenobi with their use of just piling rocks on their enemies.
Mm-hmm.
They're related somehow. Gotta be fucking related. Because that was fucking cool. There was a lot of good fucking parts, but it's also
See, and then
fucking
coming from
know
a
you did
person
that.
who'd never read the books,
Mhm.
I thought it was a decent show. I mainly only watched it though because you were like, dude, you've been talking about the Wheels of Time since you've moved back.
yeah,
so.
there were so many different things in our first D&D campaign that were, and then fucking Jason goddamn started reading it and was like, "Did you?" Yes, I 100% did that.
I did that.
Yep. And they
I
say,
don't know.
yeah, a DM is only as good as how obscure his source material is.
Mhm.
So
They do say that
Yep.
on the internet, but I think that maybe the flop. I'm gonna put that in quotes because maybe some people really appreciated that show. But maybe the flop that was the Wheel of Time, maybe just boosted what they wanted to do with Rings of Power.
Yeah. Well, we've been saying for a long time, we as in the Wheel of Time fans, it should be an anime. Let's just make this a fucking 10-season anime. They could do everything you want to do. It'll be cheaper. I mean, just look what they're doing with Vox Machina now.
Yeah.
And the Mighty Nine.
Yep.
So, yeah, I've been saying that for since high school.
Just
And
make
they were trying to do that, but then the Jordan estate, Robert Jordan, the author, the Jordan estate was like, "Oh, we don't know what they want to do with it." And yeah,
And then Amazon took a stab at it, and it.
I understood the choices they made, or the reason why they made those choices, but I'm not saying that those were the best choices.
Yeah.
But you also know me, I've come to this conclusion that I'm just gonna enjoy everything because life is filled with too much fucking pain and suffering and everybody arguing.
Yeah.
That I'm just gonna try to enjoy everything. Even if I don't enjoy it, I'm gonna try to find the nice things to say about it.
Right.
So if we have, if a new show comes out and it's only a 20-minute long episode of all the positive things, then you know pretty much what's up. Yep.
Then you know that we are trying real hard.
Yeah.
But no, I think that this, in my opinion, personally, I think that this was a pretty big success. I mean, I am a big Tolkien fan.
Mm-hmm.
I thoroughly enjoy The Lord of the Rings. I really like The Hobbit. I love the books and
Well,
and the movies.
Yeah, well, have you ever read the books?
Yeah.
Oh,
I've
you
read The Lord of the Rings trilogy as well as The
Oh,
Hobbit.
okay. Cool. I am listening to the Lord. Actually, no, I'm not. I am currently... Never mind. I'm not going to... I don't want to give anything away for things that we might do on Friday nights. So So yes,
But
but
yeah.
I do have the Lord of the Rings. Well, and speaking of Jason, he was saying he's like, no, when I go home, I read the Lord of the Rings, and then when I'm in the car, I listen to it.
Mm-hmm.
So you can skip. He kind of skips to where he is roughly in
Yeah.
the story.
Yeah.
So I was like, that's pretty fucking cool, dude. That's pretty fucking cool. I like that.
I haven't read them in a while. Last time I read them, I just graduated high school.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, so that was over 10 years ago. But
Because you're old.
yes, it's
You're
factual.
old.
But I really liked it. I like number one, I was really happy just revisiting Middle Earth. And
Yeah.
not necessarily revisiting characters, because I feel like that's what we're all about now, is just going back.
The reason they put fucking Legolas in The Hobbit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't want that. Like I'm so glad we got a brand new set of characters, again, quote unquote, because there are a few that
we
know.
We'll get into it.
But I just wanted to go back to Middle Earth, and I'm so glad that they did it the way that they did, and I liked it.
No, I to piggyback off what you just said, yeah, I love it. And now we get to flesh out the lore, because you hear about I'm drawing a blank. Killed
Okay.
Sauron, broke a sword.
Oh, son of Arathorn.
Arathorn. No, Aragorn, son of Arathorn.
Yeah, that guy.
That guy. Like, okay, yeah, I've heard of him, and I know how this all fucking ends because Isildur. I know how it all fucking ends, but how did we get there?
Right.
I'm here for that. Like, I was talking to actually one of the staff members at one of the houses I was working on today. He's a big Game of Thrones guy, so he doesn't really have anybody to talk Game of Thrones with, so he talks to me about Game of Thrones.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, "Yeah, man," like he was talking to me about House of the Dragon, and he was like, "Yeah, and like Joffrey like spoiled it all in like season 2 when he's talking to Sansa about who's buried here and blah blah blah." And I was like, "Well, I mean, I don't think that's a spoiler, because I'm like, how did we get there?
Right.
How did we get from House of the Dragon to her being dead here and buried here?
Right.
I mean, I know how it's going to happen, but again, how did we fucking get here?
What led to that event?
Yeah,
And I think that's the fun part.
And that's the fun part of, I think, of this
Well, there's
awesome show.
I don't know how you want to go about this.
Oh, so I was going to say yes. So spoiler alert, if you've not watched Amazon's Ring of Power or Lord of the Rings, but I'm going to go ahead and say if you have not seen Lord of the Rings by now and or The Hobbit, you don't care that much. Also, another little disclaimer, if you don't like this show because you're one of the asshats that didn't like it because now there are people of color in Middle Earth, just turn this fucking shit off now. You don't have to even listen to any other episode we put the fuck out.
No.
Because you are not the type of people we want fucking listening.
No.
So,
God, no.
So I just wanted to get that off my fucking chest.
Bye.
And I was thinking, too, in Hot D, I was like, oh, the fucking Valerians are the first black people we've seen in Middle Earth. False. The no-face man first opens up the door to Arya as a black dude. I think that's the only... That might be the only one, but damn, all right?
There might be, unfortunately, but maybe it's just because it's supposed to be like the Caribbean area, but I think there might have been a couple of like sailors or pirates.
Well, there was a pirate.
Yeah.
The Onion Knight's buddy.
Yeah.
Was a black dude.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking like they just
a lot of the people of color are in Essos.
Yeah.
Not Westeros.
That's what I'm thinking
Yeah.
too. It's just because Westeros is literally the UK or Britain, the island of Great Britain, turned on its fucking head.
Yes.
And you can't really fault a lot of British people, like during the medieval times, you can't fault them for not having many people of color because they were all just white. They had not been able to assimilate yet. That's on the coast. I mean, down there, well, I guess that's not the island. Like closer towards the Mediterranean is where you got like darker people. Spaniards, the Portuguese, Italians.
But yeah,
the Greeks.
People that I wasn't gonna bring up the controversy along with. And
Well, I
don't
just
even
don't
think
want
it's controversy, but yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Well, I just the fact that I was like, this is why you're already
Fucking
bitching about it. Like, are you fucking kidding me?
Because there's a hot elf and he happens to be a person of color. Like, are you fucking kidding me?
Henceforth, he's just known as handsome Grey Worm.
He is. My goodness, those eyeballs.
Yeah, dude. Like, he's also in
Cabinet of Curiosities.
Cabinet of Curiosities with Ron. That ended weird.
Yeah, that was a weird one.
Well, I mean, it ended weak, but that was a weird. I was like, oh, well, we're doing
We're going there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I really like the way it began.
Fucking Wormtail was in it. Not Wormtail. Grimer Wormtongue.
Wormtongue.
No, Wormtail, right? Is what his name was?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Gross.
Well, that's what rats sound like, right?
Ugh. Yeah.
So there's that. So I have so how are we going to start this? Yeah, so there are like 3 different plots going on all at the same time. Did you want to do an overall? Did you do the same thing as you did with Hot D?
Kind of, yeah.
Did you break them down? So do you want me to do my overall arcing one and then
go for it?
Okay. So just to set the stage, we are in Middle Earth during the Second Age, which is 4,954 years before the events of Lord of the Rings. Long fucking time. And think like we're in the Second Age, and the elves have already been there for an age because they came over in the First Age during their fight with Morgoth.
Morgoth. You always have to
So,
roll your R's. I love it.
huh?
You always have to roll your R's. and
Well,
I
I
love
mean,
that.
they all do.
Yeah.
Galadriel. God damn it! I always put the N. I did that last episode. So Second Age. This is a whole ass age before our favorite hobbits leave the Shire, go on an adventure.
Going on an adventure.
So plot storyline 1: Galadriel is she's pissing off the Elven King by refusing to give up her hunt for Sauron, and in doing so, she finds Halbrand, a stranger with a muddled past that turns out to be a cunning warrior and one hell of a blacksmith. Meanwhile, the elves are pulling out of Middle-earth and going back to their homeland, much to the chagrin of an elf soldier and a human healer that have a budding but forbidden romance brewing. He helps her people fight against one of the first Uruk-hai, who has raised an army of orcs, and they're on the march across the Southlands. Lastly, we have a community of nomadic proto-hobbits called Harfoots staying out of the way of everything going on until the curious Nori finds another mysterious stranger sent from the sky who has magic most powerful. Bum, bum, bum.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I think that was a pretty good non-spoiler.
I think, yeah, it was a really
Non-spoiler.
good non-spoiler.
Type thing there.
Good
That's
job.
pretty good. Thank you. Appreciate that. So, Sal, what do you want to? So, how do you want to talk about it? How do you want to go? You're gonna go episode by episode.
We can do like brief little episode discussions.
All right.
As topics come up, we can just hash them out as we usually do, I think.
Okay. All right.
All right, season 1, episode 1. We were fortunate enough to watch the first 2 episodes or the first episode?
First two
The
episodes on the
episodes
big screen.
On the big screen. It was really fun. I had a really good time. Watched it with people who thoroughly enjoy the Tolkien universe as well. But we are introduced to Galadriel, and she, like you said, is on the hunt for Sauron, and her lackeys kind of just like, bro, he's dead. Like, he's not coming
Well,
back.
he's fled. Like that. They're like, oh, the evil is gone.
Yeah.
She's like, I can't fucking.
He could
She's
kill
obsessed.
my
She's like
brother.
the fucking. She's stalking him.
She is.
She
is.
should be. I am a stalker
She's doing
on
a real
Netflix.
good job of that too. But yeah, it was after they've hunted and traveled the entire Middle Earth basically looking for Sauron. Don't find him, and they go back to Elrond, or not Elrond. What is his name? The other king guy.
Oh, I don't know what
Elendil.
Oh, is that his name? Okay, I got a little bone to pick with this.
Okay.
That dude is not good looking.
No.
He is not good looking. The elves are supposed to be fucking hot.
Good-looking humans.
Just handsome.
Well, good-looking elves.
Yeah. Well, good-looking humans. They're
Yes,
just
yeah.
better-looking humans.
Yeah.
They don't have to sleep, and they can walk on top of snow. And
What do you
Well, you're
know if
elf
I
I
see?
see. The sun rises its red. Blood was spilled this night. Yeah, they're just supposed to be better humans. And they actually like their attitude is never better than humans.
No.
So
But I mean, like, if you, again, this goes back to you wanting to live forever. Like, no, if you have lived that long, I'm fucking done. Bye. Please don't bug me. That's how I feel the elves feel.
I
Stop coming
I
to
don't
me with
know,
your
and
bullshit.
that'd be cool as shit to be just like sitting there and maybe not cool as shit because I mean we see that with Elrond and Durin, and like Elrond is like, oh yeah, I'm sorry I haven't talked to you in a while. I was like, bro, it's been 25 fucking years. That's the blink of an eye for you, but that's half a lifetime for me,
Right.
and that's fucked up. And I understood him so much, man. Durin, That's my
I
guy.
got you.
That's my fucking guy.
Arondir is actually his name. Arondir is
Arondir.
the
And is
king
he Elrond's half dad, half father? Or I guess it's full father. Stupid.
No, his dad went and lives in the stars.
Oh, did he leave already?
Yeah.
So what happened to his mom?
Mm.
Because he's a half elf,
Right.
which I never knew.
Never knew that
Is
either.
is that Tolkien lore? Is that actual
is that
Tolkien
canonical? I don't know.
thing? Because Handsome Grey Worm's fucking partner was like, bro, that's only happened in the whole history of the Earth 3 times, and it never worked.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, well, do you not know who Elrond is?
No, she doesn't.
Apparently not, because no, not that partner. His actual partner, like his buddy partner.
Oh.
Not his little girlfriend.
I thought you were talking
I am
about
not that woke. I don't use unless somebody was like, that's my partner. Then I'm like, okay, so they're partners.
Yes.
But
Arondir finds the
not
tree.
good looking. Not fucking good looking. That bugged me the entire
Like,
fucking
you think
series.
Elrond looks rough in Lord of the Rings with that big old 5 head? Like, this guy has got a 12 head.
I don't know.
my
Maybe
guy.
he just looked regal, and this guy kind of looked like he had a chubby neck. I don't fucking like it. I didn't. I got. But no, like Mr. Smith or Agent Smith. At least I guess he was regal. I guess I don't know. Like, because
He
objectively
carried
he's
himself
not.
a certain way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
objectively he's not a good looking dude.
No, I don't think so.
But
maybe like being king of the elves on is just that's one of the stipulations.
you
have
gotta
to
be kind of ugly.
You have to be the ugliest of the bunch.
And still, like, he probably pulls some villager ass. He probably could.
Yeah, I mean, people in power just do that to some people.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So sorry.
And Elrond is presented with an intriguing new venture where we get to he's tasked to go see another elf blacksmith creator dude up in the mountains.
So I fucked up that. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
another fucking storyline.
Mm-hmm.
Because you have the whole Elrond and Durin, and Elrond needs the elves' help on forging the greatest forge
Mm-hmm.
ever known to Middle Earth, and he asks the dwarves for help, and then their tree starts dying.
Yeah.
And only Mithril can help.
Me 3.
My bad. So there's 4. It's 4 fucking
4 storylines. This is
4
true.
storylines.
Nori breaks the Harfoot community's most deeply held rule. That was episode 1.
That was episode 1.
Mhm.
What is that rule? Don't
Don't.
touch. Don't fucking touch.
You know what?
Fool of a toque.
Some small.
So I'm gonna
little
go ahead and say the
creatures.
Brandyfoots. Is it Brandyfoots or Berryfoots? So
I think it's
the
Brandyfoots.
Brandyfoots. So the Brandy feet, I think, turn into the toques because she can't keep her fucking hands to herself.
You know what? There are just some
She is a fool of a toque.
odd ones in the bunch that don't follow the rules.
And maybe Poppy, because she's a proud fellow. Maybe they turn into the proud feets.
Proud feet. No, but that guy seemed like it's dick.
Yeah, and in the
Poppy's
book,
not a
it's kind of a fucking. That's according to Bilbo, but Bilbo's a pretty big. That's
Bilbo's
what like
probably the
people
biggest
think
dick.
they're like hobbits are these happy little fucking people. I'm like, no, they're the most judgmental fuckheads on fucking Middle. Okay, maybe not. Elves are 100% the most judgmental fuckheads. Nope, maybe probably not. The dwarves are probably the most judgmental.
They're up there in the
They're up there.
judgmental fucks.
But yeah, the hobbits are pretty fucking. They're all
dude,
sitting there like
they've
talking
got
shit
their
about each other and
tea every morning that they just share, and that's like actual tea and
Like,
like
all the tea.
the buzz tea.
All the
you know
tea.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they're just
Yeah.
spreading rumors.
All right, sorry. Episode
You're
2.
good. Episode 2. Galadriel finds a new ally while Elrond is not welcome at an old friend's home. So that's kind
Ooh.
of the Elrond Durin storyline that we were talking about. He goes back and him and Durin actually do this like super dope fucking like
Oh, their test of fucking endurance?
yeah,
That
like,
was
rock
legit.
off. Like I don't know what to call
Just
it.
like, how many rocks are you going to break?
Yeah, that was really fun.
I
I just
liked
like
it.
I think that that's another like stubborn fucking thing that dwarves fucking do. They're like, nah, I can beat you at my own game. Fuck you.
Yeah.
And now Rod's like, I was kind of tired, but like I knew you weren't gonna give up, so I've had to give up, and I loved that.
I'll
I
not have
also-
a pointy-eared elf beating me.
I love their friendship. Like, can we just talk about their friendship real quick?
Oh, dude.
Because like the least likely of friends, and
Yeah.
here they are being like the most bestest.
Well, and
friends
it's
in the
just
whole
like,
world.
god damn it, later on in The Hobbit, when fucking handsome dwarf, the only handsome, well, I guess there's 3 handsome dwarves in that fucking movie, which I'm like, this is fucking bullshit. I don't fucking like this. Dwarves are supposed to be ugly and fucking disgusting.
Yes. My brother. But smaller.
Well, they probably outweigh me, though.
Yes.
Fucking
Yeah.
stout-ass fucks. But, like, that's one of the things I didn't like about The Hobbit. But, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah, when the 13 show up,
Mm-hmm.
and Elrond's like, hey, what's up, guys? They're like, you're a fucking dick. And it's like, it kind of has to hurt Elrond a little bit, right? And he's just like, dude, like, Durin?
Yeah.
Me, like, that's my boy.
We were like really good homies. I love it. Like most of their scenes in this show, like I think the Nori storyline and the Elrond Durin storyline were like the ones that I was the most into.
Oh, Galadriel was my favorite storyline, 100%.
Interesting.
She's such a fucking bad. Like, she was what elves. She was like Legolas times 10, plus she's hot.
Yeah.
And I'm like okay enough to say like if a dude's hot.
Orlando Bloom
doesn't really do it for me.
All right.
Like, this fucking chick was just like, the way she just like stretched across that horse and was like still killing fuckers. Man.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm not saying that
there's probably a
Galadriel's
porn
not
for
dope.
that, but
Wow. But yeah, I think those two storylines. But Elrond and Durin, like, God, I love them. And like, this is like where we got to see kind of the falling out and why they weren't friends. But we'll get.
well,
to the next
Elrond
part.
thought they still were.
Yeah.
But Durin, I mean, he's a stubborn fucking dwarf.
That's
so
what I'm
he's
saying.
just like,
We see the falling out on his side, I guess I should
I've
say.
had 2 kids.
Never came on their name days.
Never came, not a once. And he got married.
Yeah. And
She's probably my second favorite dwarf of all
his
time.
wife is so fucking dope.
She was cool as fuck.
God, I
But
love
she
her.
asked-
I would die for her.
But she asked, and I think I'm skipping ahead in the fucking episodes, but it's not by much. But when she asks Elrond, like, so how did you meet my husband? And then Durin is like, I told you I killed 2 hell trolls. And he's like, I know you did, but I'm asking Elrond. Because
Yeah.
I know you've been blowing smoke up my ass this entire fucking time.
She's like, I understand that you're super badass, honey, but like, this guy is.
And
like,
I don't
super
know, again, if this is so when they're rating the show, they didn't Amazon does not have the rights to the Silmarillion,
Mhm.
which gives, it's like the encyclopedia for all the shit that happened in the second and first age.
Right.
So anything that was mentioned in the Lord of the Rings, they can touch, like the fucking the wars in the past and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But like the details and some of the lore that Tolkien wrote, they couldn't fucking touch. That's why a lot of people who are super big Tolkien heads were really mad about it. And it's like, well, they legally could not. They
Right.
legally could not mention that one fucking obscure goddamn character that showed up in half a fucking page in the Silmarillion.
No.
Fucking sorry. 2, the Silmarillion, read it, pretty fucking boring.
Yeah, like you said, it's an encyclopedia.
More like a history book. It reads more like a history book because, I mean, there's a lot of exciting battles and shit, and like, but it's not like dialogue. Anyway, I fucking forgot where I was gonna go with that. They have to. This has to be entertaining.
Yeah.
Like, it's not a fucking old dude in front of a fire reading you a book.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. That's what you fucking want. Pretty sure there's a YouTube channel out there for you. But going back to Durin's wife, she was a rock singer. And not like fucking bang your head rock, but like she would sing to the mountain and it would like sing back, and that's how they knew what metals were where.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm like, dude, is that a Tolkien thing or did you make that for the fucking show? Because either way, I'm fucking on board. I
That's
think
super
that is
cool.
super fucking cool. That's good world building. Because was it really all that? Did it change the plot at all? No, it didn't. But it was cool. This is a lived-in world. The dwarves they're not just brutes,
This is part of their culture.
Yeah.
You know, like, yeah. Do we know how much Peter Jackson actually had to do with this? Was it like little to none?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I couldn't tell you. I couldn't fucking tell you.
Interesting. But anyway, Browen is the farm girl that lives in the Southlands that's in love with handsome Grey Worm. And she basically does this badass thing where she kills an orc that has been terrorizing her family and her home and brings them the head and is like, okay, like, if you don't believe me now that shit's it's about to happen.
We have to fucking leave, bruh.
Here's the fucking proof.
We have to fucking leave. Yeah.
Yeah, I also love that. Browen,
Well, you
I
had a
could,
cool theory when we would talk about it. Is you thought that she was an actual elf?
yeah, I
Because
thought
she always wore that head wrap,
Mm-hmm.
and then that would be like sticking it to her fucking son, who was a fucking super elf phobe.
Little piece of shit.
He's a little piece of shit. Was his name like fucking piece of shit?
Toby. No, it's
Toby?
it's Theo.
Theo. There you go. Yeah, piece of shit.
Yeah, he's a terrible person.
Fucking terrible fucking
I had
fuck.
a lot of theories about him being a certain somebody.
Oh, me too. Me too.
So now we get to Adar.
Adar.
And that land where the elves gave people cool things, and they were like, okay, live your life out here for helping us beat Morgoth. And we find Rondir, who is the father of Isildur,
Mm-hmm.
and we get to meet this whole storyline. And I will tell you that I shit my pants the first time we heard Isildur, because I was like, fuck!
I know what happens! You're gonna betray Elrond!
You're a little shit!
Isildur! Throw it into the mountain!
Like, if you guys can't like, I was so stoked just, like, watching this fucking shit.
It's okay, he dies in a river with fucking orc arrows in his back.
True.
Bitch.
Little bastard.
And again, like, I know what the fuck is supposed to happen to this character, but I'm here for it. I will cheer for him until that happens.
Yeah. I mean, he gotta, a little bit, right?
I really like his dad. I really like his...
Yeah,
like,
dude.
the commander of the fucking...
Night's Watch.
The command... Oh, shit.
Commander of the dudes. Yeah, so that's where Galadriel and Halbrand kind of get introduced to this legendary group of people, this dope kingdom. And Nori faces the consequences for helping her little stranger friend, which is...
So let's put it. Let's get it. So the stranger comes in a meteor, fucking like he Supermans it to Earth, fucking lands, and we're like, really? We're already gonna do this? Like
Right.
at first I was like, look, dude, it's Gandalf. Hell yeah! But then like the crater is an eyeball. It's a
Yeah.
flaming fucking eyeball, and he is the iris, and I'm like, oh. Shit, that's Sauron.
Yeah.
Total red fucking. I'm gonna spoiler alert. Total red fucking herring. Because like the whole time I'm going.
They did it to us. Let me
Oh yeah, the whole time I'm going through this. It can't be this obvious, right? Well, especially since they said that evil is cold, and because it just sucks the heat out of it. Which again, that's a fucking amazing world building, just like detail that I fucking love.
Yeah.
And especially later when he like freezes the water and doesn't fucking mean to like. Every time he's about to do magic, like you could see their fucking breath. Nori touches the fire and it's not hot.
Yep.
I was like, ooh, dude, this is fucking cool. Love it. Even if it is Sauron, like, are we gonna do like a fallen fucking like he was supposed to be a hero?
Right. And then...
Like, so again, backstory. So in the battle against Morgoth, Sauron was his like top fucking general.
Right hand man.
And then Morgoth got slain, so Sauron's like, fuck you guys. I'm out here. I'll come back when I'm strong. So I was thinking like, okay, so he left and maybe he came back, bumped his head, can't remember who he is, and now he's going to have that internal conflict. These are these little cute little beings that are helping me out.
But I'm here to
But
murder.
I'm here to kill everything.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, is this going to be an Anakin Skywalker thing where I love these people so intently that I turn to evil to protect them,
Yeah.
quote unquote.
Yeah, that's
and
where
I
I
was
thought
like,
that was going. For sure.
dude, okay, I'm kind of here for it. Even though I'm a let good guys be good guys and bad guys be bad guys guy, I was like, I'm kind of, yeah, okay.
Well, and that's like, I also, if that were the case, we're not there yet, but if that were the case, I would have loved that, you know, the halflings helped him initially in this world.
They're not halflings yet.
But for the sake of brevity, I'm gonna say that.
My bad.
And then
technically they're not. Oh no, they are halflings.
Yeah, that's their like.
That's not their official name.
Race, but not culture. I don't know. Anyway, so like halflings helped him initially in this world, and then halflings are the ones who are responsible for his downfall. I would.
Oh, that would have been kind of poetic.
Loved that so
Yeah,
much. You know what I mean?
But
alas,
here we are.
Here
Okay,
we are.
next one.
So now we meet the Queen Regent Muriel. And
Another fucking badass.
Yes. Also, it just reminds me of Courage the Cowardly Dog.
I didn't even watch that, even though it takes place in New Mexico.
He was founded by Muriel. And then Orandir receives an ultimatum. Elrond unveils a secret and Theo disobeys Browen. So fuck Theo. Theo is the Carl of fucking Rings of Power. Just stay in the goddamn house, Carl. Fuck off, bro. Elrond is finally open and honest with Durin, and he's like, hey man, like I understand we've had our shit, but like maybe if we help each other out, like we can save the fucking world. I don't know, because our tree is dying. And then a lot of shit's happening on, like, the special little human island where Galadriel is like...
Well, yeah, because Galadriel being an elf and, like, one of the fucking most badass elves, they don't like elves there. Very racist.
Which, I also never understood that. Like, the elves gave you this fucking shit.
Yeah, but I also think they, like, they drug them into war. I think that's what they were kind of like. We don't hate elves because they're just elves. We're like, every time the elves come,
there's
bad shit happens. I think there's a hard foot to foot. I don't know. I tried to make that a pun. Obviously didn't fucking work.
There's a hard foot. I don't know.
A foot.
Yeah, but they're causing a big and nice, and by they I mean Hellbrand is not doing the whole thing of like laying low. Like he starts a street fight and he steals something from one of the dudes.
He did not start the street fight.
He started it to steal the pin.
He did not start. He could have killed them all, like, literally with the snap of his finger.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. Well, I mean, it's a little. I mean, yeah. I mean, it is deeper than that. But yeah, they just don't want to be dragged up into another war. Especially when Galadriel's like, bro, we got to go to fucking Middle Earth and fucking kill Sauron. And then they're like, oh no, we shouldn't. And the Queen Regent, Muriel. She's like, yep, we're fucking going, putting together a fucking...
Putting a fleet together.
Putting a fleet to... no, it's, God damn it. Expedition Force. Expeditionary Force. And I was like, oh, that's cool. We use that when I was in Iraq. First
yeah.
Expeditionary Force. Yeah, that's cool as fuck. All right, cool.
But
cool. We're still using the same things.
Not without a lot of coaxing and a lot of, like
well, it was her dad.
Help.
The king actually is the reason that she did, isn't it? Because
ultimately, because Galadriel was like, hey, what's going on with the king?
And then it's like a big fucking like do. Like, let's all be heroes and go, we can be heroes.
Also, there's a fucking Littlefinger in this show too, and I'm not about it.
Which one?
Isildur. Okay, so I have to go this way because he's like kind of the right hand of the queen. But
are you talking about the political guy with the beard?
Yeah.
Or his son?
Fuck that guy.
Both of them?
The beard.
Yeah.
Mostly.
Well, he's playing the Game of Thrones. He's
right.
like legit like,
that's what I'm
yeah,
saying.
we should probably fucking go, but the people don't want that, and I want to keep my office, so I'm gonna go with the people.
But then he said that who's going to rule Middle Earth basically when we help them? They're gonna look to us as like gods basically because we
that's
came
true,
in
yeah.
to fucking help them. And I'm like, you bitch ass, you.
No,
You can't just help them for funsies because you're nice?
Well, I mean, yes, that's a heroic thing, right? That's the heroic thing. But think about the taxes. Like, how much did each one of those boats cost? They all got new suits of fucking armor. Galadriel had a fucking badass set of goddamn armor. Got me some Pike vibes there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm like, I mean, I can see you like where the political side is just like, well, what do we get out of this? We're going to die for you. And that's my biggest thing is like, we're going to send our boys and girls over there to die for you. What do we get out of this? And if he's like, well, if you have to pay tribute every fucking year, okay.
Okay.
All right. I guess those lives mean nothing.
Ugh. Anyway, that happened.
So, I mean, I get politically what he was saying. I don't think it was that altruistic. I don't think he was thinking about lives. I think he was just thinking of, oh, this is a way to get somebody under our thumb to owe us a favor later.
I don't like that. I don't
like it.
Next episode, Nori questions her instincts. So this is where we get to see the stranger kind of like lash out in a negative way at Nori, and that kind of also was just them like tossing us a fucking bone saying this is Sauron because look at all the shit he's doing, right?
Every time he uses magic, it hurts you. He freezes your arm. Literally freezes it.
Ouch.
He fucking T-1000s the fuck out of your arm.
Ouch. Elrond struggles to stay faithful to his oath, so this is also something that we didn't talk about. Durin is keeping Mithril from the elves because his dad is asking to not tell Elrond or the elves anything about Mithril.
Yeah.
Because it's very dangerous to mine. It's people almost died doing it. Dwarves almost died doing it. And you know, Elrond has this internal struggle of like, my people are essentially dying without this, but also this guy's my best friend, and I can't like betray the oath that I took to saying like, yeah, I'm gonna give these guys the Mithril. So that's also a really fun internal struggle to watch, I guess.
Well, it's not like they're gonna die. They just have to leave Middle Earth.
Yeah.
You just got to go back to from whence you came.
But if you stay on Middle Earth, you become
mortal.
Yeah. And you can die.
Yeah.
Hellbrand is kind of given Galadriel these kind of weird vibes about his past. She sees a pouch, not a badge, a pouch around his neck. It's got the King of the Southlands crest on it. So she's like, oh my god, you're the King of the Southlands. And he's like, no, I'm not.
Doesn't he say, no, I fucking took it off a dead guy?
Yeah, basically. So yeah, that was episode 5.
Episode 6.
Episode 6. We have sorry. So we've already met Adar, and we have seen his army kind of just pillaging the Southlands, and this is kind of where that pinnacles and where everybody is there to fuck shit up. So we've got the dope humans from the special little island, and we've got the Southlanders who are trying to fight for their land. We've got a few elves from the
garrison.
The garrison that was over there that are trying to help as well. And yeah, Adar is like, we're gonna fucking fuck shit up. So we see this happen.
Nope.
His army
Wrong.
marches on Ostirith.
Wrong.
What?
Adar is not just there to fuck shit up. Adar is there to get lands for his people.
For his
I
dudes.
brought this up like the last episode of the year before, and that's what I liked about him. So he's like one of the first, if not the first, Uruk-hai, which is half elf, half orc. And what was I going to say? And yeah, his whole little speech there I thought was really cool. It just gave layers to somebody who's just supposed to be an evil fucking character.
Yeah.
Which I kind of figured that they were going to do because he's Benjen Stark. Like, he's an actual actor. They didn't just get some big dude in makeup to run around. And he still keeps most of his elven features, which I fucking thought was pretty cool. But yeah, no, he's just saying, just like, no, I just want to land for my fucking people. Like, you hunt us down like we're fucking dogs. And where does that leave us? Of course we're going to fucking fight back. Now, not, again, advocating for fucking orc rights or anything here. Like, they do some pretty horrible fucking shit. They do take what they need from other fucking people. But I thought it was a cool little layer. He's not just out there to rape and pillage. There is an end game to not just see the world burn. He wants a little corner of Middle Earth for his people. Now, is he going to get there and then fucking totally, like, Adolf it and march to war?
Let's get a little bit more here. Let's take a little bit more off the top.
Yeah, no. So I just thought that was a cool. It wasn't just a rape and pillage. And just to watch the world.
You're right. Okay, yeah. But
Continue,
his army marches on Ostirith, which I think we had this debate. Do we see those ruins in Lord of the Rings?
No.
Because I want to say that that's where Shelob lives. She lives, like, right there, right outside of Mordor.
I thought she lived in Mordor.
No, because they have to cross.
Khazad-dûn.
Well, she might live in Mordor.
I think she lives, because Mordor is, like, the state, and, like, Khazad-dûn is, like, the capital. And I think she lives in Mordor, but not in Khazad-dûn.
Okay.
Khazad-dûn? I don't know. Okay.
But
Shelob. See, and I was thinking, okay, yeah, continue. Go.
And with Halbrand's help, Elendil and Isildur must try to save the day. Also, really dope. Like, I was waiting for, like, not Minas Tirith, Helm's Deep. I was waiting for, like, a Helm's Deep fucking battle, and it kind of got it. Like, it was kind of cool, but it's mostly just villagers trying to, like,
well, they kind of,
I
thought it was it was an awesome plan. Are you talking about when they lured him into the city? Or no, are you talking at the castle? They did the same thing. Actually, they did the same thing twice.
Yeah.
They lured him into the castle and they're like, where are they? And then they just blew him the fuck up.
Yeah. And then they were like, oh, nobody's here. Let's go back to the village.
And again, going back to the Urukai, like he was like sad to what it wasn't just like send in the orcs to go get fucking slaughtered and we'll win through attrition. Like he was like, get the fuck out of here, guy. Like when he realized it was a trap, like you could see the pain in his face. Like,
Watching
oh no,
his kids die, basically.
Well, yeah. Well, I wouldn't say like his kids, but like his men. He's watching his men die, and that's fucking shitty. Also, have we ever seen a female orc?
I have not seen one portrayed in the Lord of the Rings universe.
Are they so much like the males in sound and appearance that we think that there just aren't female orcs? And that orcs just spring out of the ground.
I also do love that Durin's wife has a lot of
she's got a little
stragglers.
She's got a little like in my I wanted to do that in my with my dwarves in D&D, but I said that the women don't have the full beards, but they do have extra long sideburns, and they braid them, and that's like they're beautifully long braids with beads, and it's like feminine, but also like dwarven women are.
But
you're kind of butch.
They're a force to be reckoned with.
If they live now, they drive Harleys.
So at the end of this episode, we see, this is probably my favorite part of the whole series. We see the creation of Mordor.
Oh yes, when he turns the key.
Fucking little Theo, little bitch face fuck. God, I hate him.
Yeah, piece of shit. Fucking hates you.
Yeah, you get the key and boom, we see the creation of Mordor. And like what they did in the show was they show the cataclysm, that's what they call it. And it says Southlands, and then the Southlands disappears and it says Mordor. And I was like,
dude, it's one of the like you get in the back you hear the boom 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 boom.
Yeah.
Bum, bum, bum. And I was just like, yes, I'm fucking here for it. Like
I fangirled like a little.
Yeah, dude. Like when those payoffs are so when it's done right, and
right.
A lot of the criticism of the show is that it was slow. You hid things from people, and you didn't do it well. But I'm like, I'm glad that you hid some of it,
right,
from us. Because those payoffs are fucking awesome. And when we get to the final episode, that's the biggest fucking payoff.
So we've got season 1, episode 7. We've got this one, and then we're on the last one.
Yeah.
So the survivors of the cataclysm try to find shelter. The Harfoots face evil, which we didn't even talk about these people. Durin finds himself torn between friendship and duty, and Adar thinks of a new name.
What is his name going to be? I don't know. What is his name going to be?
So when we talk about the Harfoots facing evil, they have the stranger traveling along with them while they're doing their migration down to where they live in wintertime. And there's these bald people with...
They are cultists. I think that's what they're officially called on IMDb. I'd have to go through the whole cast and crew here, and I don't want to do that right now. I have been going through, trying to look for that one Harfoot that said the thing that I want to fucking... It's an awesome quote, but I fucking forgot it. It must not have been that awesome, right?
But yeah, we have the cultists.
Did I put it on the stories? I put it on my stories.
Your stories?
Was it in my stories? It might have been podcast stories. Anyway, but yeah, they're Sauron cultists.
Yeah, so they're following this stranger with the assumption, which we were all at that point, thinking that this dude was going to turn out to be Sauron, right? And the Harfoots definitely hold their little owns against these magical people until the stranger is like, fuck off, bro.
Get off of me.
And comes to their aid, but I think that again, it just shows a lot of the little tiny Harfoots, little power, and just they love each other so much.
They love each other.
They love each other. God, I would love to. I would love to just be a halfling in Middle Earth all the time. Fuck yeah, dude. Yeah, and then Durin he's hearing the plight from Elrod and is like, I understand, I don't want to see you go, but like, you've already heard my dad be a dick, and says, like, no, we're not mining Mithril, and we can't mine Mithril. And then they're trying to kind of meld Mithril with other metals to see if it'll play nice, and it doesn't, so that's, like, the other plot point. Yeah. Yeah, that was season 1, episode 7, basically. And now we're on season 1, episode 8, where we get 2 plot twists of a century, I think. I think this episode did really well wrapping up what we could wrap up, and also leaving the doors open for season 2, which I'm also stoked about.
That wasn't all of episode 8.
I lost it. It said no thank you anymore.
Oh, what
never
happened?
mind. I'm just kidding. With other metals to enhance its strength, Galadriel becomes suspicious and checks into the royal lineage of the Southlands. And we find out that Hellbrand was not the heir to the throne.
Who is Hellbrand, Selena?
I see. He turns out to be Sauron,
Which
is,
we
like,
should have all fucking
crazy.
seen, because he's like, yeah, I was a blacksmith. And then he's like, yeah, he just like fucking used this metal and forged it with this metal. And why don't you just make it a ring instead of a crown if you don't have enough?
Fucking
And then he
crazy
makes the
talk.
fucking rings, and you're just, because the whole time I'm like, what the fuck? Sauron forged the rings.
Mhm.
No, Joseph, you're fucking once in a lifetime. I get it. You were wrong. The elves created the rings for everybody else,
Mhm.
but Sauron, behind everybody's fucking back, made the one ring
Made
to
the one
rule them
ring.
all. I thought that was a great fucking plot twist.
God damn, it took me by surprise.
Now, because I was at this point, I was like, Stranger's not fucking Sauron.
Mm-mm.
But is it the Uruk-hai?
Mhm.
Does he like does he get killed and like his spirits, you know, if you strike me
Die.
down, I should become more powerful than you could possibly imagine?
Right.
Nope, it was Hellbrand, and the fucking writing was always on the fucking wall. You couldn't fucking see it.
And Galadriel, like, I felt so bad for her because she was like, I
had him right here.
had
I
you.
literally could have just let you get eaten by a sea monster.
You saved my life. Fuck.
Yep.
I loved it. I loved that.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty fucking good, especially because they're starting to have like a little bit of a romance thing
Right,
going
right.
on. So there's that. I think Elrond would have been very, very upset about that.
Yeah. I think it also kind of explains her temperament in The Lord of the Rings and like her like being like, you should have a queen.
Not terrible, but beautiful.
Yeah, like
As like the fucking Winters said something. I don't know.
but yeah, I think that kind of because she's just like, fuck, man, this could have all ended.
Well, no, I
I
think her
would've just-
temperament is more explained with what her brother said when there's that quote. Her brother said something like, "How do you know the light from the dark?"
Mm-hmm.
And just like, well, we have to touch the dark to know the light, or something. There's something along those lines. You have to
Yeah.
have a little bit, and then you see, and then she even alludes to it all the time. It's like, I've been hunting Sauron for so fucking long. I don't know any other type of life.
Mm-hmm.
This whole war has consumed me. But if sacrificing my soul can save Middle Earth, I'm fucking cool with this. And I think like Galadriel, when you see her in The Lord of the Rings, I think that's where the whole bitch, I had a fucking shot at this. And you don't fucking want that because I am more dark than any other fucking elf that is not an Uruk-hai.
I lived in the darkness. I was born.
I was born here.
No,
really
I
adopted it.
I loved that. I think that was a really, 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 really interesting dynamic for her character specifically because
Mhm.
she was just next to him for months and months.
Yes.
And working with him when that was like her only
And
goal
you know,
was
the
to
whole
destroy
time he
him.
was fucking laughing at her.
And that's like, ugh. But also like a good bad guy. Like, ugh.
A good bad guy. Or like
he's-
makes you hate him.
Yeah, because you're fucking so good at being a bad guy. Fuck you.
Yeah.
God
No,
damn
I
it.
thought that was an awesome fucking plot twist there. And again, I don't think that's in the Silmarillion.
Probably not. That Galadriel was just chilling with Sauron for
Yeah,
months.
no, I don't think so. I don't think Tolkien was that creative. But also, we find out, or we don't find out, who the fucking stranger is.
No.
Now, I want your thoughts on who the fucking stranger is. Go.
I think he's going to be Gandalf the Grey.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe Gandalf the Brown. I don't know if he started off as a
No, he starts off as... So, technically, Gandalf the Grey died.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not like Saruman died like 3 times and then he became Saruman the White. That's just who you're born as. But the gods of the Middle Earth people, because wizards are basically like angels.
Yeah.
Godlike powers, but they're not as powerful as the gods.
Mm-hmm.
Like he died when he was fighting the Balrog.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're like, nah, bro, you need to go back down there because Sauron's fucking up. We need a new white wizard because the white wizard we sent down there is a fucking piece of shit.
He's actually terrible.
So I don't care if we're breaking the rules because we wrote the rules.
Breaking the law.
Breaking
the law.
walking the dog, walking the dog.
No, I didn't know. I didn't know how that happened. Like,
You didn't just level up.
You
like,
if you start off as a brown wizard and then you go to gray and then you're. Like,
why's it got to be
wizard.
brown?
I don't know. Ask Radagast.
You're talking about Radagast?
Yes.
He smoked too much of that weed and
fucking
ate
love
too many of
Radagast.
the mushrooms.
Fuck yeah.
So one. So you think it's Gandalf, and it probably is. It's probably going to be Gandalf, which is going to explains his affinity for hobbits.
Right. Yeah.
But at first, I was like, okay, that makes sense. And then I was like, oh, what if he's Radagast? Because we don't hear a lot about Radagast. Even in the books, there's not a lot written about him. And I don't think he got enough screen time in The Hobbit.
Mm-mm.
And if he lives with the Harfoots, and they're the ones who kind of teach him how to be, then maybe that's where he gets his affinity for nature. Because they are connected to nature a lot. But then I thought about it, and I was like, let's be fucking totally out of the fucking... There are 3 blue wizards that we don't even know their fucking names. And I'm like, dude, let's just rewrite this whole... Like, we don't have to line this up with what happens to Gandalf later on. Let's just do a blue wizard. Let's just make him one of the blue wizards. And then you kind of have free reign over this whole character. And then at the end of it, this is why you don't hear of any of the blue... You know what I mean? Because you don't hear about any of the fucking blue wizards.
Because what are they? Who are they? Where are they?
And Gandalf only mentions them like once. They're just like myself, Sauron, the head of my order, Radagast, and the 3 blue wizards.
The end.
The end. That's how many of us are here. And I don't know why I talk like this when I'm Gandalf. Because I don't sound like Sir Ian McClellan.
Because a wizard arrives precisely when
he means to. Yeah. So yeah, that's who I really hope. I'm kind of hoping that it's one of the blue wizards. It's probably gonna be Gandalf.
But yeah, so Gandalf was there during that.
They
fight,
should
right?
They should already all be there.
Yeah.
Technically, they should all fucking already be there.
But
again,
the timeline.
Yeah, in the timeline from the books, I'm pretty sure they should all fucking already be there.
But yeah, if they make another character and they just get to play around with it, like Adar, like I mean, we all thought, holy shit, that's gonna be Sauron, right? Like, oh fuck, man.
Well, when I started believing that the stranger wasn't gonna be Sauron, I was like, okay, so how does this happen? How does Adar? How does he do it?
Right.
So, damn.
Yeah,
but that I don't think that makes any sense. Actually, no. Now I'm thinking that it's like, no, that's dumb, because Sauron is the one who's doing the experiments on the orcs to fuse them with.
Truth.
Yeah. So okay, well, I just talked myself off the ledge there.
All right. Well, now you just brought up all that.
That was fucking nuts too. When she found that fucking keep like way up in the north, and like the fucking orcs were like fused to the wall and shit.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, that's pretty fucking gnarly. Oh, another really freaking gnarly moment was when the human healer is going back to the village to like find her son Theo.
Fuck that guy.
And then like Theo was like hiding in the fucking closet because there's a goddamn orc about. And then she's got to hide in the fucking closet too. And like just the way it was so horror movie driven.
Suspense.
Yeah, it was super fucking good. But that also brings back to like all fantasy is horror. Because a dragon flying around is pretty fucking horrific. Or like little fucking orcs coming out of the goddamn ground. That would suck.
Speaking of, you know what came out today?
What came out today?
Willow.
Oh fuck, Willow! Okay. All right.
Yeah, I'm like, I guess I'm gonna go watch that when I get home. Yeah, Willow came out today.
Is the wife home?
No, she works tonight.
Do you want to stay here and watch it?
I have food waiting for me at home.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
I was gonna say, stay here and watch it. You
Um.
can go get your food and bring it back.
So much.
I mean, is it food that needs to be eaten tonight, or can it be leftovers?
Yes. All of the above.
I'm just saying.
But yeah, so Willow came out today. Speaking of horror and
fantasy, and you only bring that up because you're afraid of the fucking trolls and the fucking two-headed dragon.
Ugh.
Well, the trolls are pretty fucking bad because they're like
Why are you crawling under the
bald-faced
bridge?
monkeys.
Why are you crawling?
Because they're trolls. I mean, they're doing troll things, but no, it's like they're like fucking like apes.
Yeah.
With like old lady faces. That's what I always thought as a little kid. Like, you got an old lady face. I mean, when Mad Mortigan screams at him and the fucking troll screams back.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
But yeah, horror fantasy. I thought that scene was really well. But my favorite, I'm pretty sure this was my favorite in the entire series thus far, was the creation of Mordor.
Yeah.
Just like that realization of
Well, and then the aftermath of
shit.
everybody just kind of being like, oh, fuck, like everybody's dead.
Yeah.
Because we had just won this awesome battle, and it was all for naught because they still reignited the mountain.
Mm-hmm.
Mount Doom.
Yeah.
That's where you got married. You got married at the top of Mount Doom. But no, yeah, I thought that was really cool. I think it shell-shocked Galadriel, blinded the fucking Queen Regent.
Yeah.
Killed fucking little dude. Killed the trifecta of the boys.
Oh, yeah. Like the sweet one that was just trying to get them to be nice to each other.
Oh, wait, no, or did he die in the battle? No, he didn't want to battle anymore because they were saying it was like after the battle, like, oh, what are you gonna do now? And he's like, yeah, I'm gonna go to the rear, man. I'm gonna be a supply guy. Like, I got battle once. That's enough for me. This is not for me.
I'm out. Bye.
But you know what? People can fucking give him shit for that and call him a coward. He knew he had the strength to know this is not for me. And I'm just going to get people killed, but I still want to be part of the army, but I'm going to go do it in another capacity.
Yeah, and that's what I respect, is like, you know that you're going to put other people in danger.
Yeah.
If you continue on doing that.
Because you guys aren't always going to have my back. Like,
Exactly.
we might get separated and then I'm dead.
Right.
I don't want to be dead.
No.
I don't want to be fucking dead.
And I don't want you to have to go look for me when I'm dead, because then you're going to die.
Yeah, he died. Do we even find? We did find Isildur. Yeah, he did come back. He did come back to us. Who else? Who else was good? Oh, and then handsome Grey Worm's little buddy, they got captured together. I really felt that.
Yeah.
When he got his throat slit, that sucked.
That was rough.
That was pretty bad.
I don't know. Do you want to wrap this up with like maybe what we think is going to happen in season 2, or do you have more things?
No. I just have one more point. What is it with the Hobbit sidekicks all being chubby people?
We are who we are.
Poppy. I was just like, well, she's Sam. Like, it was like first episode. I was like, well, that's Sam.
And we have Sam.
Because she's kind of chubby, but she's also like the moral compass. Like, she is the heart and soul of that team, which is
Doesn't want to do it, but does it anyway.
Yeah. Saves a little bit of fucking salt for the journey home. God damn it, Sam. Why are you the greatest literary character of all fucking time?
All of it.
I don't want to say it, but I mean, I'm not going to say it. But geez,
I do love me some Poppy. I think that she's
I
probably
really like Poppy.
one of my favorite characters.
When she was saying the goodbyes, I was like, oh, God damn it. You're not going to run after her? You have to run after her. You have to. Sam would have.
Go. Go.
So yeah, that's why I was just like, what is up with the fucking...
We are who we are, okay?
the chubby sidekicks.
Okay?
And
I don't know what to tell you. And they sing songs.
Sing song. Sam didn't sing.
Well, she sang.
Who was it? Pippin? Did Pip?
Pippin was a singer, yep.
Yeah, he did. I think he even sang a song for this, or did he sing a song for The Hobbit? He
The
sang
Hobbit.
Yeah, he did. That actor sang a song for The Hobbit. I thought that was pretty fucking cool. I mean, stupid ass. I pledge my life to you. Shut the fuck up. God.
Pippin was definitely...
Fucking Pippin is the worst. When we do our fucking worst fucking protagonists episode...
Pippin's up there.
Absolute. At least once every movie he fucks up. I don't want to do that episode now.
By touching shit.
You just don't fucking touch shit.
Stay in the house, Carl.
Stay in the fucking house, Carl.
Stay in the fucking house, Carl.
I mean, are we going to talk about Carl too?
No.
About Carl? Lori?
Fucking. I don't think Lori was supposed to be a protagonist. She was just a character.
She was just there.
She was just there.
She was an antagonist.
We do have to do that, though. We're going to have to do a recap of The Walking Dead eventually, because that ended officially.
Another one I wanted to fucking do is like, we need to do Starship Troopers.
True.
Book end movie.
Damn, the book.
Again, you just go on YouTube, and there's probably somebody that'll sit there and read it to
YouTube
you.
Live. Just request somebody to read me.
Can you read me the Silmarillion, please? Boo, they start throwing trash at their camera. Boo this man. Boo
that's
man.
funny.
So what do you think is gonna what's gonna transpire? Again, we all know how this ends.
But how do we get there?
Yeah.
Right? So obviously I think that they're going to get Mithril somehow, because we get like the Mithril shirt in Lord of the Rings. How that happens, I'm not sure. Maybe Elrod and the elves are going to come up with some new mechanisms to help the dwarves mine it. I don't know. But
Mhm.
I think that friendship is going to bud. I'm going to be sad when or if that comes to a halt. I really feel like it's going to come to a halt because fucking elves and dwarves hate each other all the days.
Mhm.
I think Nori and the stranger are going to go look for some books. I don't know what they're going to do. Wizards need books, right? I don't know.
This isn't D&D. Not everybody's a wizard in Middle Earth. Not everybody has the capacity to be a wizard. No, well, they went to go find his constellation or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Then they go off to go.
But isn't that like a bad omen? Isn't that like where Sauron lives? Are they going to fucking
Well,
Mount
maybe he's
Doom?
got to go fucking fight Sauron.
The
don't
fuck
fucking
was
know.
that? I don't know.
Oh,
But-
so maybe that makes him a blue fucking wizard, and that's what happens to one of the fucking blue wizards is they die fighting fucking Sauron.
I don't know. Maybe.
I don't know.
And then with the Galadriel storyline, fucking Halbrand being Sauron, I don't know what she's gonna do, man. Like, I don't know where her mindset's at right now. I don't know what her plan is going forward.
She definitely had that Targaryen look in her eye. Though.
Yeah, she had the
the Kill Bill.
yeah, she definitely had that going on. And I don't know what the Queen Regent's got going on because her pops is dead. So she's the queen,
She's got to go home. Well, they're going home to get more people. Is that what they said? And they're coming back because they're going home.
Yeah, I knew that they went home because the black flags were up, so that's how she knew that her dad was dead because
Well, yeah, but she didn't know.
he
she
had to
couldn't
tell
see.
her.
Yeah. But I think I think they say they're coming back, and her premonition is what happens in the Silmarillion as well, about her land being flooded.
Floods.
Yeah.
Is that Sauron's doing?
I just think it's like Middle Earth being like, you guys are kind of dickheads. So
You
this
don't
is-
deserve this.
Yeah. So what I'm thinking happens is they don't send help, and then something the gods or I
But
don't
how
know.
does
fucking-
Isildur get back to Middle Earth?
Does he go back? Doesn't he stay in Middle Earth?
Did he?
So
not
he
go
probably
back
should
on
have
the
watched the fucking at least the last episode
ship?
before
Yeah,
he did this.
probably. But I don't know. Obviously, Isildur is going to be back somehow. I don't know if that's going to happen in the second season.
And his dad.
And his
'Cause
dad.
I see how his dad dies.
His dad is dope as fuck.
I like his dad.
And then little sister though, Isildur's little sister. I'm not a big fan.
She's kind of like she's kind of a little tattletale.
She's a big old tattletale, not even a little one.
Kind of a little tattletale there,
Ugh.
like
Gross.
most little sisters.
I was.
A huge tattletale,
Yes,
actually.
actually.
Back in.
That's how I think. That's where I think these.
That's where I
storylines are
think
going.
the stories are gonna go. So I said my blue wizard thing. Maybe that's how he dies. Maybe that's why one of the maybe that's like all the fucking blue wizards.
Do you think we get to see the Harfoots settle down and make the Shire?
Ooh, maybe that's how they something happens and they're like, oh, here's the Shire. Yeah, that was weird. Sure, okay, so the stranger, like when he lit the tree on fire, right? Is that what he did? He lit the tree on fire, and then afterward he was like just blooming. His beak was bleaking. Beak was beeping like a bleaked beak. Whatever. You know what the fuck I'm trying to say here. Yeah, and then it just started blooming, right?
Right.
Like an onion.
Yep.
Get it? Get it? What I did there?
Mm-hmm.
Outback. It was blooming like an onion.
God. Trees, Joe.
Trees blooming. So maybe he goes to a place and he's like, it's all fucking burnt up or whatever, and he's just like bloop bloop.
So here's
Boop, boop, and then it like becomes a veritable oasis in the darkness, and then the Harfoots are like, well, we don't have to fucking move anymore, and we'll name this place the Shire,
this is nice.
or the Shirefoot.
So when do you think? Well, I don't know. It's kind of hard to say how many seasons this is going to be, but do you think that we're going to see these storylines mesh, and when do you think that's going to happen?
I think you're gonna have to start meshing them next season, because
Right.
that was another thing that I saw a lot of people fucking that were bitching about this season, is that some of this shit. Two of them, Glandril and good-looking Grey Worm, their stories meshed,
Right.
and everybody's like, "Yay!
This makes sense.
This makes
Kinda.
sense." And then there in the last season, the Elrond storyline did mesh with it a little bit, and yeah, I think they're gonna have to mesh them a little.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, mostly just, like, the stranger. Like, number one, we know nothing. Number
Snow.
two, where does he fit in all of this?
He's the blue wizard. And that's why you don't hear about him. He's a blue wizard. He turns into 3.
And why is it always the halflings when shit hits the fan?
Because you could
God
study
damn it.
halflings for 100 years and know everything there is to know about them, and they'll still surprise you,
I love that.
says Gandalf. Not quoting. That's paraphrasing.
But that's where we think these
Yeah,
these
that's
things are gonna go,
and
guess.
I think, you know where I think this is going? I think it's going straight to the fucking top. I think this is a great fucking series. They've got a great start.
Mhm.
I think it's a better start than House of the Dragon, and I
Same.
loved House of the Dragon.
Same.
But where House of the Dragon was setting up the chess pieces, as I said in our last episode, I think it was more setting up the suspense of setting up the chess pieces because you know the shit's about this is a powder keg about to fucking blow.
Yeah.
It just sucks we have to wait 2 years to fucking see it.
Yeah.
That's why I really don't want the world to end. Like, there's so many things I have looking forward.
There's
I have to
so
look forward
many
to.
open-ended questions I have about these television shows.
This was a hell of a lot more kinetic. And I think you could do that because it wasn't just a story between 2 families.
Mm-hmm.
It was 4 different fucking storylines. So you could see that you could have the slow one, which is basically Elrond and Durin.
Yeah.
There's no action in that
Yeah.
whatsoever. You have the most kinetic story of Galadriel going to fight the fucking forces of darkness, this orc army.
Mm-hmm.
That's the most kinetic and fucking... And then you have the mystery and intrigue of the stranger and the Harfoots. And then you have a little bit of the romance between the... Something for everybody here.
Yeah,
Something
there's
fucking
a
for
little
everybody.
little bit of everything for everybody.
Thing.
So do we have a release date yet for
No.
the
I
next
think
season?
they're just like, it'll come out when it fucking comes out, guys.
Because I like you said, and I think you said this in the last episode, is that this was competing with House of the Dragon. They were on at the same time. Don't fucking do that.
Don't do that to
Amazon.
us ever fucking again, Amazon. I mean, I understand they came on on different days, but don't do it on Wednesdays. Do it on a Tuesday,
Right.
because Wednesdays that's either Star Wars or Marvel Day.
Mhm.
Because it looks like Disney's just always gonna have a Star Wars or Marvel fucking show coming out on Wednesdays.
Forever.
No, I
all the
think it was
time.
Fridays, wasn't it? Fridays. Yeah, no, this was Fridays.
I know She-Hulk was on Thursdays.
It was
Question
Wednesday.
mark? It was Wednesday?
No, it was Thursday because
Thursday.
Wednesday is Andor. Was Andor.
Yeah.
So yeah, so like, don't release this during fucking House of the Dragon.
I don't.
My
want
little
that.
liver, because I'm like sitting here like, well, I mean, especially don't end them all at the same fucking time, because I'm like,
Mhm.
okay, well, She-Hulk's been, I'll have a beer for the end of She-Hulk, hell yeah, and then the next night I'm like, oh, fucking, oh, I'm sorry, we recorded, and then, and then I'll have another more fucking beers, and then I'll have beers for the end of fucking Rings of Power, and then, oh, then I gotta fucking have more beers at D&D, and then it was like, well, it's Saturday night, might as well fucking have beers then. And then Sunday night, House of the fucking Dragon, I'm like, well, I can't go to Tim's house and not have at least one beer. And then it's Monday night fucking football, and I'm like, well, you can't
watch
football
football.
and beer. I mean, the B and the F, they're so similar.
Mm,
One fits inside the other, so, I mean, it's a sign from God
it is.
to have a beer there, and then now we're starting again. Tuesday's my only sober fucking day. Oh, no, because I now have to watch rerun because I was too drunk during House of the Dragon
That does happen.
to remember.
That does happen.
Yeah. So yeah, no, you need to spread this shit out, guys. Stop
Yeah.
competing with each other. We're gonna watch them all.
Gonna watch 'em
all. Streaming services.
Yeah. I mean, take my fucking money at this
Yeah,
point.
I mean,
Just, like,
and
I
again,
don't care.
because you don't have to watch them live. Like,
Mhm.
you're still getting your money if I stream them fucking later.
Mm-hmm.
Stop putting them at the same time.
I don't have to put it. Like, I don't have to watch this prime time.
No,
watch
I
it
don't fucking.
2
But it's
PM.
so much fucking more fun. God, I'm so glad we got back into the House of Dragon, like watching it,
Yeah.
quote unquote, live.
I hope that we do that with Last of Us.
Last of Us. I don't
If
know.
it comes
Putting that
out with
question out there to the
Comes out on Sundays and not during the week.
the Trumbles.
I think we should watch The Last of Us together because I think it would be really fun.
Yep. Yep.
Done.
If only Motor City could play the game.
If only he could.
He can't.
Ah, bummer.
So, as you can tell at this point in the episode, we're rambling. So, if you've made it to the ramble on part of the episode, we'd like to thank you. Whether you've been an A1 since day one or you're a first-time listener, we'd like to thank you for spending just a little bit of your day, a little bit of your week, a little bit of your life with us. But a very special thank you to our Patreons. No one trolls like Gaston, Motor City Timmy T, Miss M Professor of Muggle Studies, Machine Gun Paulie, our Phoenix fam, Allison MotherLand, and Jaspizzle and Shell Dizzle. Thank you all for being awesome producers to this most humble show.
Thanks, guys.
If you'd like to be a producer like these awesome folks I just mentioned, go to patreon.com/muchadoaboutnerding or just go to patreon.com and search Much Ado About Nerding.
And if you'd like to be a part of the conversation, instead of just listening to it, hit us up on Instagram, Much Ado About Nerding Podcast with underscores instead of spaces. We have an email address. You can reach us at nerdnation2020@gmail.com. We also have a Sounder page, muchadoaboutnerding.sounder.fm. There you can read along with our episodes as well as listen to them. We also have a Redbubble page. If you go to redbubble.com and search NerdyOnShop with a capital N, capital O, and capital S, you can buy some merch from us.
Woo! Not actually from us. You buy it from Redbubble. We don't see any of that money.
But you can rep our stuff.
Hell yeah.
Woo!
Hell yeah, brother.
And we have a
sister.
TikTok. Just go to tiktok.com and search Much Ado About Nerding.
And behalf of Player 2, this is Player 1 saying stay safe.
Stay sane.
And stay nerdy. Nerdy on, Sal.
Nerdy on, Joe.
And nerdy on, Nerd Nation.
This has been another episode of Much Ado About Nerding. Thanks for listening, guys.
Oh, no, that's a good. It was really good, you fucks.
All of it.
Well, it was good. Maybe not episode 4.
I don't know.
It was pretty.
Meh.
Yeah.
There were some parts where I was like, meh.
Well, I mean, yeah.
But
We'll talk about it.
it be what it be at that point.
It be who it be. They are who we thought they were. We let them off the hook. I really didn't write down much.
Me either.
I did like a brief synopsis of the 3 different plot
Storylines.
twists or plots. Yeah. Oh, beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I did that, but other than that, I don't know.
Mm.
Start be like the guys on the podcast to say online. Just do like this. Just hold it. Hold it in my face.
Hold it right there.
Hold it in my face. And I don't know if you already do you do a noise cancellator thing when we record?
No, we tried that. Remember?
Yeah,
And
I
then-
know we used to do like the minute of silence.
Yeah.
Sounds of silence.
We tried the noise gate, but every time that we would talk, it would like still pick up the noise in the background.
Yeah, so it
And
was
then
like
it
it
would
was
be
just
done.
distracting.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, because I don't find a lot of noise. It's not a lot of noise.
Not a whole lot.
Not a whole lot in there. So I
Good.
don't know if that's the new mics.
I don't know.
Maybe we just don't bump the table like we used to.
Maybe we're figuring out how this works finally.
Fucking 3 years in. 3 years.
How dost thou work?
Doth thou.
Howdy, pilgrim.
Howdy.
Yeah, Wednesday. Lots and lots and lots of one-liners that are fucking hilarious.
Hilarity.
My God.
My mic's upside down apparently.
So is mine.
Look at us.
But I think if we put it the other way, like it tilts. Like I think like the stand just says no, thank you.
I don't think so, since it's a circle and it's perfectly clear in the middle.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Boom, boom. Dude,
What?
watch I'm a Stalker on Netflix.
Oh no.
Oh my God, people are nuts.
We started watching that Pepsi Where's My Jet.
I don't know what the fuck that is.
This kid in the 90s took Pepsi up on their offer to get a jet for 7 million Pepsi points.
Oh,
And they said, no.
how did he get 7 million fucking Pepsi points?
So,
Buy a jet.
well, okay, so at the beginning he was like, how much does a jet cost and will this actually be probable to do this? Because Pepsi posted that ad and there was no fucking disclaimer that was like, this is not a real
Yeah.
offer. And then he was reading one of the Pepsi Point packets, and they said you could buy Pepsi points for 10 cents a piece. So that took him to $700,000, and he found somebody to write a check to Pepsi for $700,000. And Pepsi said, "Oh, no.
So
But here's 2 free cases of Pepsi."
Did they cash the check?
No.
Okay.
No, they didn't cash the check.
I mean, at least Pepsi did. They're like, sorry about that, bud.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why you don't turn that into a marketing thing. Be like, okay, we were kind of fucked up on this, but here's the kid, and you're awesome, kid.
And here, be a part of our Pepsi commercials,
Yeah.
because we are known for our Pepsi commercials.
Because you are the choice of a new generation.
Yeah, Cindy Crawford's in that documentary.
Mm-hmm. I'd like to be in Cindy Crawford.
Wow, so would
Yeah.
he, because he would just look up at Cindy Crawford with her Pepsi.
With her Pepsi.
Dude,
no.
I'm a stalker.
I'm a Stalker is so much better than that. Yours is like a feel-good, like, oh, at least you did it, kid. Mine is like oh my God, people are fucking nuts.
Yeah, no.
People are fucking nuts.
What do-
God
oh.
damn it, my favorite was the 2 girls. Not gays. I thought they were gays because all of them was like romantically involved or like not gays. I'm not gonna give it away 100% because that's what I thought. I was like, ooh, I would be way more terrified of a chick stalking me than a dude.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a guy, so it's different chicks. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I was like, ooh, this one's gonna be fun. And then it got like the plot thickened, and I was like, this is the greatest thing I've ever fucking seen. Like, I get it. It sucks. You got stalked, and people are in jail.
Because people are weird.
But like, and they're always like, I never considered that stalking.
Of course you didn't.
Of course you fucking didn't.
'Cause
Most
you're
people,
stalking.
most rational people, because a lot of them seem. There's one guy that seemed fucking nuts, but like most of them seem like rational.
Humans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's just, and then I'm looking at it and I'm like, dude, these are just obsessive people. Like I get these aren't some. And again, I'm not advocating for stalking people, but at least the chick. Like I was just like, I don't think you're a weirdo.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, and she also did the coolest things. Not condoning what she did, but the way she went about it was fucking. But like, I don't think she knew how serious what she was doing.
Oof.
Yeah.
Didn't understand
Pretty
the
fucking
severity.
good. It's pretty fucking good. I was like, dude, I see where you're coming from, but bro, you're stalking. It's like you're fucking terrifying this person. You need to get charged. Like, I'm sorry, this isn't a slap on the wrist with the community service.
Please stop.
You can't fucking. Sorry. Yeah, the chick one was the best. The other ones is just like dudes stalking chicks, and you know, you could just fill in the plethora of blanks to your heart's content, and you'll probably get one of them exactly correct. Fucking.
Yike.
God dang, man. Yeah, it's fucking nuts. Fucking nuts. But it's a good show.
After we finished Wednesday yesterday, Shalina wanted to watch The Sacrament for some reason. And I was like, why are you like this? The fucking Jonestown massacre? Suicide? Talk about fanatics, bro.
Bruh. What was I going to do? There was a thing that I was going to write. Forgot to put it on here. Maybe, did I post it? I might have posted it. Mexico lost. That sucks.
Yeah, I did see that.
Mexico lost, but we won.
We're in the knockout round now?
Yeah.
Knockout
now we're actually like in
rounds?
the actual tournament.
Yeah.
So, USA.
It sucks that our second goal got taken away for an offside.
I thought it was the first one.
I thought it was the second
I
one.
think it was the first one. Yeah.
One of our goals.
Yeah. A goal was taken away. We beat Iran.
Woo!
Good.
Woo!
Did you see that the Iranian government wanted the U.S. disqualified from the World Cup? Because when we displayed their flag, you know, they do the flags like U.S. versus Iran, and it's the 2 flags.
Yeah.
We didn't put the Islamic State symbol on the flag as a fuck you, stop like killing protesters. You fucking dickheads. And they got real mad at that. So they wanted us disqualified. I was like, no, bitch. You know how much money they're making from the U.S. right now?
Did
you hear those? It's called soccer chants during our England game?
Yeah.
Bruh, get the fuck out of here. Although I do think Mexico's killing it. All the funny videos that I see online of the fans, it's usually the Mexicans, and I'm like, you guys are fucking killing it. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, brothers.
Yeah, there's a lot of people watching
Half-brothers.
it down at Civic Plaza.
Yeah, that's what Motor City was saying that he's like looking at his office and he could see. And that and a decent crowd.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been fun. That would have been fun to go do that.
Yeah.
What is it? Saturday or Sunday? What's our next game? It's either Saturday or Sunday. I know it's this weekend. So maybe you can go do that. Maybe we can go do that and then come home and watch the Cowboys beat the fuck out of the Colts.
Woo!
I can be kind of confident in this one because the Colts are real bad.
Thank God.
I don't like talking shit because it's like any given Sunday and, well, they are the cardiac Cowboys. But Jesus, this one should be a pretty good one.
Should be a shoe-in.
It should be a pretty good one if you're a Cowboys fan. And it's the only game, so if you beat the fuck out of the Colts, they can't switch to another one. Like they did with us, the fucking Vikings. I was so goddamn mad. I was so fucking mad. Like, I want to watch my team beat the fuck out of another. I don't give a shit if it's not entertaining to anybody else.
It's entertaining
If it was the roles were reversed, you don't switch to another one because everybody wants to watch the Cowboys get fucked up.
Yep.
That's messed up.
That's teamist.
That is teamist. That's.
Oh no.
What did they say? They were. Who was it? Oh, one of the podcasts I listened to, one of the Dallas Cowboy podcasts I was listening to, they were talking about the World Cup. And they're like, well, they should have beaten Wales, and they didn't. And then they tied England, which is kind of like a win.
Yeah.
And so they should beat Iran. And then they're like, but we don't know. Because, I mean, the Cowboys are America's team.
Yeah.
And the U.S. men's national team is basically the Cowboys of the World Cup.
Yep.
They don't beat who they're supposed to be.
You can't put too much stock
No.
in. It's a game to game at this
Yeah.
point. You
And
can't.
well, at this time, like we're gonna be, I'm pretty sure we're outmatched. This way, like going forward.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
No, we'll check it out.
We'll fucking see. The world will rue the day that America gets a taste for world-class soccer because we are the most obnoxious people,
Facts.
and we're not shy about it.
No.
We're not going to be like the Canadians who will be like, take a graceful victory.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're not going to rub your face in it. We're not going to take a dump and rub your face in it, but we'll get pretty close.
It'll be just shy of rubbing your face in it.
Yeah, just shy.
Just shy.
Just shy of rubbing your face in it, because that's fucked up.
A little bit.
Oh, that's what I wanted to do. I was going to look up the thing that there's a quote. It's a quote from the thing.
A thing and the
And
quote.
a quote.
Oh, yeah. And then now with our subject matter that we're about to talk about, Turin's wife, that actress, is in Wednesday.
Oh, is she?
Yeah. I was
is
like,
she?
what the fuck? Why do I know her face?
Is she now? Did I post like the same video 3 fucking... Oh, no, this is from you. This is you doing your
Spotify
thing.
Wrapped?
Your thing. I don't know what the fuck it is.
I don't know what you're
I
looking
don't know
at.
what the fuck you're looking at either.
So I can't help you.
So I don't know. I didn't post it. I didn't. It was a quote. I think it's on this. Projects. Do shrugs, not drugs.
Shrugs.
Oh,
not
fuck.
drugs.
I don't have it because this fucking thing crashed. I couldn't save my fucking thing. It was a quote from one of the Harfoots. I think it's in the last episode when they're all like, they're about to split the party.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's like that hard-ass old lady, the curmudgeon lady.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Curmudgeonina. I don't know how you would go about. It's a female version.
Curmudgeonina.
Curmudgeonina.
You heard it here
Curmudgeonette.
first, folks.
Curmudgeonette.
Ooh, a curmudgeonette.
She says something that's like really nice. It's very uplifting, very Lord of the Ringsy.
Tolkien-y.
Tolkien-y. Yeah, I guess we should say it like that now because this
Yeah.
is not Lord of the Rings.
Tolkien.
Tolkien-y. Not Tuscany, that's in Italy.
Italy.
Speaking of Italy,
Okay.
Italians,
Uh-huh.
not of Italians in New York. I guess some Italians become plumbers. Did you see the Did you see the trailer for Super Mario Brothers?
I haven't seen the newest one.
Oh my god. Okay, I'm going to say it. It looks fucking amazing.
Uh-oh.
It looks fucking good.
Oh, no.
I think there's going to be enough references in there. You're going to be like, this movie can't be bad.
Yeah.
Like it might lack in substance, but
Yeah.
you're going to be like, hey, I don't give a fuck.
Hmm.
This is Chris Pratt as Mario, who doesn't sound Italian. He sounds regular.
He sounds normal.
Normal. But then I'm like, what did he mean? Like normal, like Mario? Because he does say "Let's a go," and then like Donkey Kong beats his ass. Like he says "Let's a go," but then like when he's like screaming, because that's really all he does. He's like falling and screaming in the whole trailer, but he doesn't. I don't know. I don't know if you could put an accent on a scream. Oh, he also says "Ahoo!" Mario. It shows Mario Kart shit.
Oh.
They're on the Rainbow Road.
So-
It looks so fun. I'm just like, oh my god, this is gonna be the stupidest. Like the Lego Movie.
Yeah.
Again, starring Chris Pratt as Emmett, but
Ridiculous.
I think Emmett was basically what's his name from Parks and Rec.
Yeah, Andy.
Andy. Yeah.
God damn.
God damn it.
God damn it, Andy.
One of the best comebacks in history. Kim Kardashian. So I'm pretty sure he came on her back. Which didn't make it into the show, but holy fuck. Like how
but
many
it
of those
killed
clips?
the entire room.
How many of those clips exist? I
So
need
many.
some more of Andy.
Oh, there's hours upon hours of YouTube
Dude,
videos.
Parks and Rec, I think it's a low key like one of the best shows.
Yeah, I'll agree with you.
Because like
there.
I mean I've never met somebody that disliked Parks and Rec, but it doesn't get like the accolades that like The Office, Friends,
Yeah.
obviously like Seinfeld, stuff like that. But like fucking Ron Swanson,
He's a gem.
he's a fucking that's who I strive to grow up to be.
Bacon.
I'm not even fucking. No, I know what you heard is like in your head. I want a lot of bacon, but what I said was,
Give
I
me
want all of the
your
bacon. Fucking love. God damn it. Fucking.
Well, and then,
And then oh, sorry. Go ahead.
well, and then what's her face? Not Ann Perkins. Shit. Now I lost
The
her.
blonde.
No, not Amy Poehler.
Amy Poehler. She's fucking funny. She's fucking.
No, the series one. What is her fucking
Oh, yeah,
name?
his little protege.
Yes,
Andy's wife, girlfriend. They're together.
they're together.
Yeah.
I don't know if I think they got married.
Yeah.
But yes, her character also. God damn it. Now it escapes my brain. I don't know.
What else? Oh, and speaking of
Mhm.
amazing mustaches,
Okay.
Ron Swanson in The Last of Us as Bill,
As
as
Bill.
our favorite
Yeah, we got
zombie killing
character cards
homosexual
today.
man. Yeah, I did see that. I saw that.
I'm very excited.
I'm very much excited about
Much
that.
excited. I'm so excited.
I felt so bad. I felt so bad. 'Cause again, like, okay, so I finally finished The Last of Us again.
Mhm.
And there is a way to play like it's like a Games Plus mode.
Mm.
You start with like all of, so when you
Oh,
get your
yeah,
guns,
yeah,
you already
there's
have your upgrades
Yeah,
and you
yeah,
have
yeah.
all your pills and that you've already popped and all that
Mhm.
shit. I was like, I started to play it again, and the beginning's too fucking slow.
Yeah.
Beginning's way too fucking slow, and I was like, I can't fucking do it. I deleted it. And do you know what I got? Do you know what I re-downloaded? Shadows of Mordor.
Yes, he did.
Mordor. Who I never beat it. I never fucking beat it, and I'm sitting there playing, and I'm like, this game came out in 2014,
Yeah,
and
I
this is fucking. This is a good game,
have only watched people play it. I've never played it.
and that will be the background to when we release this episode on the YouTubes.
Boob tubes.
The boobs and tubes.
Also, that movie is streaming on Paramount.
What?
The Blue's Clues movie. They just made one. Hell yes.
Yes, it's fucking Steve is a detective, from what I gather.
Yes!
I think he heard us during the pandemic when he made that fucking video.
Mhm.
Like, hey guys, let's just be nice to each other.
Yeah.
How
but
about that?
also,
And we were all
need
like,
you to come
I'm
back.
sorry, Steve.
Come back, Steve.
Steve 2024.
No, Kanye 2024.
Oh my god.
He announced his.
Well, he's
He's
not
running.
getting the Jewish vote. I'm gonna tell you that.
He's probably not going to get a whole lot of African American votes. That's for sure.
Anybody votes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know.
I don't know. The world surprised me. Well, the United States surprised me one time, so who's to say?
I don't know. Maybe the world would surprise you, but I don't give a shit about other people's politics. Other countries. Like, I do not give a fuck.
I don't do anything with that.
Literally could care less. I know Canada's Prime Minister, Trudeau.
He's fucking up.
He just did something that the people were upset about,
Mhm.
but I don't know. I don't remember what it was. Oh, he'd said, he wanted to lock people. He wanted to throw people in jail for protesting like lockdown restrictions and shit.
Yeah.
But then in another tweet, he had like praised the Chinese for doing the same.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Can't do that. That's a little.
I mean, you can, but you're a dick.
It's a little contradict.
Oh, and hold the fucking phone. Moby is no longer on Twitter because Elon Musk posted a picture of a loaded weapon and Diet Coke.
Oh, that's big news.
That's big.
Thank
I was
you.
like, oh my, dude. It's like that whole thing when you're like, well, I'm unfollowing you.
Yeah.
Why don't you just unfollow me? Just do that. Like,
yeah.
all these people getting fucking mad. I don't fucking get it. Just don't use Twitter. It's like you don't have to use it. I don't use it.
I don't use it. You tried for the podcast.
I tried for the podcast. I used to for like sports and shit. But
No.
yeah,
Oh.
I don't fucking.
I made a Twitter when I was a freshman in high school, and here we are. Or not high school, freshman in college. And now
Yeah, I don't fucking get why people are so fucking. Just don't use Twitter.
There are several different platforms where you can complain and or praise and or post pictures of your food.
So I made a. What is it called? What does it mean? What does it mean? What is it called? Inside this little bric-a-brac.
A secret's waiting to.
Hive. So I made a hive for the podcast.
What does that mean?
It's like kind of like a Tumblr, but not really. It's another social media platform.
Uh-huh.
I saw that Flex Comics. They're like, follow us on Hive, and I was like, okay.
Okay.
So I have to make a Hive first. But like you put your interests, so it like lets you like so it brings shit up on your feed, and I was like, well, you can put as many as you want. And then I was just like, oh yeah, gay.
The gays.
Podcast with a gay on it.
Yeah. And now it's just
It's
only.
it's gray sweatpants season.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
fully aware of that now.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I was just like, man, this is. I'm not
there-
talking shit. I don't want to. This is gonna sound fucking assholey, but how come and it's like there's like rainbow flag and oh yay gay rights, and then it's like dick.
Was there like a gay and like two different tabs for lesbian and gay?
It was just gay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
and
they just
then
lumped it all in there.
And then I saw something on and again because our phones are listening to us and they fucking tell us what we want to hear. I got a DM from a bot. She's like, follow me on this and this and this, and you can get a special link to my OnlyFans, and I have a Hive. And I was like, oh, is this is this how they're all soliciting the sex work now?
A little bit.
And I was like, God damn it. And then I was going to go in, and I was like, sounds assholey, but I'm going to take the gay off.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to take the gay off because I don't want to see outlines of peen
Mm-hmm.
because I got one of them of my own, and it's not appealing to neither of us.
No.
And
I don't see that.
how does
any
he
of it.
even walk? I mean, and kudos to the guys. There's pretty sizable wangs there.
Uh-huh.
But I was like, man, this is not what I wanted to promote the podcast and something else and get new followers, because when we promote something on Instagram, it's people that are already following. You know what I
Right,
mean?
yeah.
Unless we boost our shit, and I don't want to pay money.
Mm-mm.
But yeah, so I was like, ooh, well, might have to delete this one and start a new one because I couldn't take it off. I don't
Your
know.
interests are always.
They're always gay. And again, if it wasn't so sexually driven, I
Mhm.
wouldn't obviously have a fucking problem.
Well, I mean, like, a lot of men are sexually driven.
Well, yeah, and that's what I mean. I was
Yeah.
like, dude, to be a gay guy, you get laid like that,
Yeah.
really.
I've known people visiting from Vegas that have just hopped on Grindr and then just
And hopped on.
hopped on, hopped off. Who knows?
And again, two consenting adults, I could give a shit less.
Do it up.
But when I'm on a thing to promote the podcast, I don't
Well,
know.
now I'm gonna have to check out Hive because I miss Tumblr. And then like it got like overrun, and it was stupid.
Overrun by who?
Just dumb people who were like,
By the censor police.
I just want to have
They
a
used-
Tumblr because it's cool.
You used to be able to put porn on Tumblr, and then they got all fucking, well, you can't do that no more. So I had a Tumblr.
I had a Tumblr because Haley Williams had a Tumblr, and I would just like read all.
Because
the
there's
things that
still a
she wrote on.
Tumblr. There's still a Tumblr.
Yeah.
But I don't know. They took the nudity off, and I was like, well, I'm not gonna fucking.
Well, this is boring.
just
And then
Google.
I got like really old lady with Tumblr, and I just started following recipes. And I'm
you
like,
don't you do that with Pinterest?
I don't know how to use Pinterest.
I started. So there was after Pinterest was like a hit, and it was mostly with women.
Yeah,
You know, like
yeah.
sharing like arts and crafts, and this is how you should do your makeup, or I did my hair like this.
Mm-hmm.
Then they made a thing that was called Mantrist.
Mantrist.
And it was supposed to just be for dudes and like share like pictures of your car and like, oh, like this is how you fucking tune an engine and shit like that. And I had one of them, and then it just kind of died. Because I was just like, because I think most of the guys were like, I just have a Pinterest, dude. Like I don't have to see the recipes. Again, I just follow my interests. I don't need a Mantrist. But I was like, dude, that's cool as fuck. And then their little slogan was, that's Mantristing. Fucking love that, dude. I love me a good pun. Love me a pun. Maybe that should be an episode. Just social media. Social media platforms. New ones.
Old ones. Bring back MySpace.
Some as big as your head.
We thought that we were coders. Man.
Oh, man, dude. Yeah.
MySpace.
I was. It's part of the Matrix.
I know, because you had to be on my top 8 all the time.
Yeah. Yep. That was fucking fun. Man, kids don't know. Kids don't know these days.
Kids these days don't know.
Kids don't know.
Also,
wow.
just like a little thing that it irked me, like more than a little bit, obviously, but I was looking on social media today, I was looking on Instagram, and there is a whole gaggle of people that didn't understand that Christina Ricci played Wednesday Addams.
Oh, I've seen that. Well, dude, it's the Gen Zers.
Ah!
The Gen Zers, they don't fucking know. They don't know anything.
Dude.
They don't
and
know
Angelica
that The
Houston?
Rock was a professional fucking wrestler. Dwayne The Rock Johnson, like, it's not even like he even changed his name. He's still referred to as, I mean, all three, but
yeah.
He has a show that shows him wrestling.
Dude, it irked me so hard. I was like,
Yeah, Christina Ricci's like the fucking goth queen.
yeah.
Her, I don't know. Her and, but I've always had a thing for Amy Lee, so.
Yeah.
Amy Lee.
I think Christina Ricci has like a more.
But
of
is that who she is?
Who?
Christina Ricci.
Is that who she is in what?
In real life, is that who Christina Ricci is?
I don't
I don't
know.
think that's actually her.
I think.
Like she might be like a little quirky, weird.
Well, I mean, she works with Tim Burton. Like
All the time,
everybody
yeah.
who works with Tim Burton has to be a little whip.
Like
weird.
Winona Ryder.
Yeah. I mean, it was Christina Ricci or Winona Ryder as his like lead women all the time, and
Well,
then Helena
now
Bonham Carter.
well, then I was gonna say, then it became I Killed Sirius Black.
Yeah.
Bellatrix.
HBC.
Bellatrix Lestrange.
They
From
have
the
two
Fighting
kids
Lestrange
together.
families. I don't know. I'm just saying.
From the Fighting Lestrange. Yas.
Yas! But yeah, so Hinge is up.
Hive,
not Hinge. Yeah. Wait, what's it? Hinge
Hinge
is a gay thing, right?
Yeah.
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 Well, it might as well be. That's all the feed is.
Well, then your
Fetus.
other interests
It's all fetus.
should have been.
Well, yeah. Well, no, the other interests was like gaming, comic books, entertainment, movies, books, sports. Nope. It's
No.
mostly Wayne.
Well,
And thank God, like I don't know if you could put nudity on there, but I was like, come on, man. Come on.
I'm gonna have to look at Hive.
Hive, not Hinge.
Hive, not Hinge.
Is Hinge a dating app?
Yes, I think
Okay.
Hinge is dating. And
Or
I
is
don't
I was
think
just
it's
gonna, or is it a
specifically gay.
social? Okay, so it's not.
I don't think
Grindr
it's-
is though.
Grindr is definitely for sure.
Do the lesbians have one? Because I only know dudes that have ever used Grindr.
No, I don't know of any specific like lesbian dating app.
Scissors. You have Grindr and Scissor.
All right, Joe. There you go. There's your business picture.
There it is.
I just want a dating app for my married gay sister.
Like how you get like all the fucking. This is gonna sound horrible, but it's
Oh,
gonna be
no.
funny. Like your backgrounds, you only have like, unless you pay, it's like flannel or denim.
I'm not mad. I'm not mad, actually.
Not mad at it. Then there's a new one.
If the shoe fits.
There, lace that bitch up and strut the fuck around. I forgot what I was gonna fucking say.
There's a new one.
Oh, there's a new dating app, and the only reason I know this is because there's an all-female Dallas Cowboys podcast. Girls
yeah,
Talking
we're
Boys.
telling him about it.
Girls Talk, Boys Talk, or something like that. And then I was like, this is cool as shit. Do you know who their sponsor is? It's a dating app. And I was kind of like, I mean, I guess like your audience,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know, like just women that are just gonna like. To me, if you're gonna listen to one of, because there's like 4 Dallas Cowboy podcasts. If you're gonna listen to one like me, I listen to them all.
Yeah.
I just listen to it at work.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I mean, I get you play to your audience, like you're trying to get like the female ear, but come on, guys, like
Do something cooler.
Well, no, it's just like don't put yourself in that
hole.
that pigeonhole.
Yeah.
Don't pigeonhole you.
Well,
One of the girls from Las Cruces, which is cool.
Yeah, you were saying that.
Another one played professional female football.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty cool. She's a veteran. I don't remember their names. I don't remember most of their names. I know Nate Newton because he won 3 Super Bowls with the Cowboys. I know like the former players on there, but everybody else I'm like, I don't fucking know who you are.
Also, if you hear this popping, that's my brother's ankles.
That's my
Jesus
ankles.
Christ.
Or flip-flops. That should be a fun game we play on the podcast. Joe's ankles or flip-flops. And we'll just play a recording.
Oh, no.
Alice in MotherLand would definitely lose that game.
Yeah. Are they flip-flops? Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Who's to say?
Who
is to say?
Her daughter is ridiculous.
Yes. Yes, she is. She's in good mood today from what I heard.
Mm-hmm.
She's in really good mood today.
She woke up from her nap and she was ready
Bedhead?
to go, man.
Bedhead going.
Little bobbin.
The bobbin. The bobbin, ready?
Mm-hmm.
Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Let's get this ring a rolling. I had to make sure everything was written down.
Oh. I thought you were preparing a burp.
No, did that. Just did that now. Right now.